Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and today we're going to be doing a series what is called Skylanders Rebirth. And we're going to be explaining why I got back into Skylanders, why you maybe should consider it, and what happens when you go a little crazy with the budget as far as Skylanders goes. So, here's my tech Skylanders. There's Bouncer right there. There's Bouncer right there. Series 2 Trigger Happy. Jawbreaker. Light Core Drobot. Here's a Boomer. Found him cheap. Oh, also, Wind Up, Kickoff Countdown, and Shredhead. Let's go over to Air. Ironically, I don't have that many Air Skylanders, but we have Swarm, Legendary Free Ranger, Popthorn, Boomjet, and of course we have our Gusto. I accidentally bought 2 Gusto. I didn't mean to. I actually bought 2 sets of traps too, but that's more fine than 2 Gusto because 2 Gusto is just fucking awful. It's fucking awful. Of course we can go over here to the Undead. We have Twin Blade Chop Chop. We have Eyebrawl. We have Crypt King. We also have a Ghost Roaster. And Rattleshake and Night Shift. And of course we're going to have to move over here. Yeah, they're a little bit scattered around. Also, pardon my room, it's a fucking disaster. Over here in Life, Tree Rex, Food Fight, Zulu, Jolly Bumble Blast, Series 2 Tree Stump, Series 2 Zook, Light Core Shroom Boom, and of course, Tough Luck. Of course, we can move over to the water. Winterfest Lobstar, pretty cool. And of course, we have some other basic ones, like, for example, Snapshot, Legendary Slam Bam, Gil Grunt, my bad, Gil Grunt, Freeze Blade, Washbuckler, Riptide, and of course we're going to go ahead and move on to magic items and light and dark. This is like where the majority of your money is going to be synced if you really want to go ahead and get into Trap Team completely. I'm warning you, it is not cheap. We have Night Light, Nightmare, the Healing Potion, Sheepwreck Island, Mirror of Mystery, that is Nightmare Express, the Empire of Ice, Sunscrape Spire, and Midnight Museum. And of course we have Trap Shadow, pretty cool. Of course we have a bunch of other ones over here too. Deja Vu, have Deja Vu. Just a second. There we go. Have Deja Vu, Blastermine, Enigma. That Pop Fizz doesn't. That Punch Pop Fizz doesn't work. Big Gulp Pop Fizz. We also have Enchanted Hoop Loop and Enchanted Star Strike. That was actually a really cool find locally. We have Wildfire. I don't get their names 100% of the time. Flameslinger, Kaboom, Blast Zone, Smolder Dash, and of course you have Jade Firecracken, one of my favorites. And of course we go over here to Earth. I don't have that many Earth. We have Head Rush, And of course we have Hyper Beam Prison Break and Light Core Prison Break and Dynarang. So, oh, also I forgot to show them over here. So we have a Hothead and a Roller Brawl. So, everyone else may be asking, like, how much did you pay for all this? Like, I'm not going to be disclosing that amount, but should you get back into Skylanders? Well, in my honest review, yes. If you can somehow afford it, like, you don't even have to go crazy like I did. Like, this is me, like, going crazy as far as, like, getting everything I want as well. Like, this isn't, like, stuff like that. This isn't even, like, me going budget. But the other thing is, too, like, it's a really fun game to get into. It has lots of fun gameplay. It's a good dungeon crawler. Good to play with your friends. In the meantime, while I'm saying this, here is my giant bag of traps. But yes, this is the first episode of Skylanders Rebirth, and here's my personal opinion. Can you do Skylanders on a budget? Yes. You can, but you're going to have to make some sacrifices. So number one, if you're going to do Skylanders on a budget, do not do the Xbox 360 version or Xbox One version. You will always get screwed. You should probably find yourself a PS3 or Wii. Probably a PS3 or PS4, to be honest. Because, to be honest, that freaking portal right there, I should not have had to pay that price for that freaking portal. That thing costed lots of freaking money for no freaking reason. I'm not even joking. Like, I don't know why Microsoft made their things exclusive to each other. And also, they're exclusive to the console. So let's say this is an Xbox One portal. This won't work with the 360. Like, I have a 360 right there, but that won't work with that. Even though they're from the same manufacturer. No, that will only work with the Xbox One. But this thing, if I wanted to play Trap Team on it, God knows why, I need another portal. Keep in mind that Trap Team portals, however, are the best portal because they work with every single game inside the Skylanders franchise. Just remember, if you're ever playing any other game that does not support traps, take the trap out of the portal. It will not work. I learned that the hard way. And let's just say, for example, you have a PS4, like, right? You're like, I have a PS4. Shoot me off a recommendation. Okay, so I would actually recommend you getting it into with Swap Force. So the reason why you would get into that with Swap Force is because you can pick up some of the figures for relatively cheap. There's nothing too expensive as far as Swap Force goes if you want to get most of the figures and like Trap Team, because Trap Team has a lot of things that are just stupidly expensive for no reason. And then I would just recommend picking up a Washbuckler, a Blast Zone, and a third Skylander for you to start. Like, you could even, like, if you have like a local game store like I do, you could just go down there and see if they have any cheap Skylanders. Like, for example, the Dynarang and the Ghost Roaster, I paid like $3 a piece for. I also paid $3 for that Boom Jet, and that Boom Jet works fantastically. Point is, if you want to get into Skylanders, Swap Force is probably the cheapest. Except Superchargers. Superchargers is that, but not many people really even like Superchargers. Now, besides that, I will go ahead and keep updating you on my collections, but this is the first episode of Skylanders Rebirth. So far, my collection is going very, very well. That's how you do Skylanders on a budget, and I will be updating you every once in a while with new additions to my collection, which, speaking of which, next week sometime, we should have the arrival of a bunch of more Swap Force characters. So I'll be seeing you then. Bye for now.